This is Newcap News with Mike Baden.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. Emmett, PEI celebrating Hockey Day in Canada today, but here in Lloydminster, there's a couple games going on as well.
We've got the Bobcats tonight and the Border Kings looking to wrap up their fantastic season tonight on the road against Bentley.
Perfect, can't wait for that. And Elise, Hockey Day in Canada again. Is it warm enough to get people out on that ice?
Well, if you want to brave it through the wind chill, I guess you could go play hockey. But I mean, our highs are pretty mild. They're not too bad. It's the wind chill that's really killing us
Getting
here.
down.
But right now in Lloydminster, we're sitting at -11. We do have a wind chill of -18 from those southeast 17 kilometer per hour winds. No cloud coverage, and the same can be said for around the region as well. -8 in the Lakeland region and -10 in the Battlefords. I'll have more on your local forecast and what we can expect this week coming up in a few minutes.
The 83rd Annual Wildlife Convention wrapped up at the Stockade Building earlier today. Today it featured a question-and-answer period along with other presentations. The convention also set up for a Walk of Fame to raise money for other events.
Our branches donate to our programs, education, habitat, fisheries, whatever it might be. And so they may create a huge line and walk up and make donations that help us sustain our programs throughout the year.
The Saskatchewan Wildlife Federation has a program called the Habitat Trust Fund, which was initiated in 1978 to save land for the animals.
The ones you see here sitting here today come forward, they raise money in their communities to put into the Habitat Trust Fund, so provincially we can purchase wildlife lands for future generations to enjoy.
Next year's event will be held in Saskatoon. What would you do for $1,000? Elise Cox explains the lengths that a few select couples are willing to go through to take home the prize.
And kiss!
Lloyd FM held their second Valentines Kiss Off, and couples qualified on air by correctly answering questions about each other.
It's a contest that we did last year and it went over really, really well. So we thought, hey, why not give it a shot again this year?
So why try to qualify? Winners get a $1,000 gift card to Lloyd Mall and a couple's photo session. But love must have been in the air today because couples weren't only in it for the prize.
Just to come and have fun.
Just have fun, really. Spend the day together.
But because kissing is too easy for these lovebirds, a few challenges were ordered.
There might be a few things they have to do, like maybe drink some hot sauce or, stand on one foot. There are things that they have to go through besides kissing to actually win.
And it was AJ and Arlene who lost their balance trying to kiss on one leg.
We can't allow this down here at this end.
No, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is.
After 2 hours of lip locking, Brian and Kimberly walked away with the coveted gift card. And the second goal of the contest was to
just get people in the mood for Valentine's Day.
Mission accomplished. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
The grade 4s at Winston Churchill Elementary School participated in a spelling bee yesterday at Point West Living. The students were going up against a few of the residents, some who are retired school teachers. As Carrie McCullough explains, the event creates lasting impressions and memories for both young and old.
The residents of Point West were looking forward to Friday as they welcomed the students from Winston Churchill for a friendly spelling bee match.
I'm just hoping to accomplish that everybody has a lot of fun. I put it under the theme of, are you smarter than a grandma and grandpa?
Colleen thought it would be a great way to entertain the residents and bring together the young students with their elders.
I hope they give us some hard enough things that we maybe make some mistakes.
Yeah, I think maybe the seniors will beat me. The teachers probably will.
No matter who wins the spelling bee, it's all about the experience, and the residents of Point West hope it can become an annual event.
I just hope the day goes good. We have a terrific announcer coming. We have Kurt Price coming. We phoned him and he was right on board. So, and yourselves, so I'm hoping it'll, like I said, it'll be an annual thing.
Carrie McCullough, Newcap News.
Emmett now joins us for our first look at sports. And Emmett, like we said off the top, big day for the Border Kings.
Yeah, they had a great season. They're looking to keep that momentum going tonight. The Lloydminster Border Kings are in Bentley looking to become the 2012 Chinook League champs. The Border Kings find themselves in a position to capture the title thanks to a thrilling 4-3 comeback OT win over the Generals at home on Thursday night. Lloydminster is up 1-0 in the series, but their only loss this playoffs came on the road against Sylvan Lake. The Kings know to expect a hostile environment tonight.
Bentley in their own barn is extremely tough to play. It's so tight. There's not much room. There's not much time to make decisions with the puck. And, if we're not prepared right off the bat, generally they're long nights in Bentley.
It's like playing in a minor hockey rink or something, really small, like a little skating rink. But, the whole dynamic of the series is going to change. They know how to play in their rink, and we're the ones coming in now. And I'm sure their crowd's going to be into it and everything.
Tonight's puck drop is 7 o'clock at the Bentley Arena. If the Border Kings lose this one tonight, a deciding third game will be played at the Civic Center tomorrow at 5. The Lloydminster Bobcats have been on a bit of a slide lately, dropping their last 3 games. But with the Drayton Valley Thunder coming to the Civic last night, the Bobcats were facing a team they could potentially see in the first round. In the opening frame, Drayton got the first chance on the power play. Austin Yadlowski throws it on net. It gets tipped in front and just goes wide. Then the Bobcats on the rush. Topher Flanagan goes to Josh Atkinson, but his shot is turned away by Curtis Martineau. Still in the first, Mike Zagregan blows a tire in his own end. Francis Allaire finds a wide open Jordan Ness, but Tyler Briggs comes up with the big stick save. In the second, still scoreless, the Bobcats with another giveaway, but is Briggs standing tall as he comes up with a pair of saves this time. The Thunder applying more pressure later on. Briggs, though, keeping it going as he jumps on the puck to keep Drayton Valley off the board. But with 9.7 seconds left in the second, the Thunder crack the goose egg on a 4-on-3 power play. Eric Sieben's shot goes through the screen and by Briggs as the Bobcats would head into the third, down 1-0. In the third, Kyle Harris steps out of the box and has a clear-cut breakaway, but his shot clanks off the post. Bobcats would finally get on the board, though, as the Thunder can't clear. Lyndon Lewis lobs one on net, and somehow it finds a way in to tie it up at once. This one would need overtime. And in the extra frame, the Cats complete the comeback. Mitch Deacon goes to Mitch Gartner, who's in the slot all alone. His wrister beats Martineau as the Bobcats go on to the 2-1 overtime victory.
Bring it up. We're still not at the level we were a couple weeks ago, but it's better than where we were. But as long as we recognize that we can be a better team, the win feels good, better feeling in the locker room. We have to use that energy and come back out again tomorrow.
Played pretty good first, and the second we kind of dropped back a bit. Third we picked it up, and we were fortunate enough to get the goal in overtime. So it was a big win for us to get one at home, and it felt really good.
Obviously a big rebound game. We've had a little bit of struggle in the past few weeks, but I felt that tonight really helped us as far as confidence and as far as our systems and stuff went really well tonight. I thought we played an excellent game.
The Cats and Thunder meet again tonight at the Civic Center in what is becoming a surprising rivalry. The last 3 games between the two teams have all been decided by 1 goal, with the last 2 being decided in extra time. Puck drop is at 7:30 tonight. Meanwhile, the Bonnyville Pontiacs take on the Camrose Kodiaks at home. Bonnyville's recent struggles has put their playoff positioning in question. The Pontiacs are 2 points up on Sherwood Park for 4th place in the North with just 4 games left. But the Crusaders also hold a game in hand. To make matters worse, the final 2 games for the Ponts will be against the toughest team in the league, the Spruce Grove Saints. And meanwhile, tonight the Crusaders are in action against that top team, the Spruce Grove Saints. The Lakeland women's volleyball team hosted Keano College at home last night in the first of back-to-back matchups this weekend. The 8-11 Rustlers didn't break a sweat as they swept the 4-15 Huskies in straight sets, 3-0. And the men also kicked off back-to-back matches with Keano. The Huskies proved to be a much tougher task for the men. The Huskies won a 5-set thriller 3-2. They now sit in first place in the North, and the men are just ahead of winless Concordia. Today, both the men and women were back in action at the Lakeland College Gym, wrapping up that weekend series as well as the regular season. The men weren't holding out any playoff hopes in this afternoon's tilt. Instead, they were trying to complete their weekend goal of knocking Keano down a notch in the season standings. Before that, though, the women took the court. The Lakeland ladies picked up where they left off on Friday, taking the first 2 sets. Third set, the ladies may have been thinking too much about the playoffs as they fell behind badly, 20-12. Somehow, the girls battled back, going on a 10-14 tear That'll be enough to make it 24-22. The comeback falls just short, though, as they concede the set 25-22. So it's off to a fourth set, and I think head coach Austin Dyer gave his players a pretty good talking to. The Rustlers playing some great defense, seeing the court well, and they had many reasons to celebrate as they kept on killing it, taking the match 3-1 after a dominant 25-12 final set. And of note, this was also the final season game for Rustler veteran Bryn Dyer. The team didn't believe she would be joining them this season, but are thankful she made her way back as they hope to make a pretty decent playoff push.
I know it's great. It's great. I've been here for 3.5 years now, and it's been a big part of my life, and it's nice to know that I've been appreciated, and it's going to be sad to leave the team.
But having her come back now this second semester has definitely turned our season around for us. And so now we're heading into qualification weekend. We win that, we go to provincials, and we can place better than we did last year.
Meanwhile, the men had two graduates of their own, Kendall Albert and Nick Williams. They're hoping to go out on top the same way Dyer did in her final match. It would be a much tougher task for the men as they have only won 3 matches all season long. The Huskies, meanwhile, are 13-6 and looking to tie Mount Royal at 3rd spot in the ACAC. This one was unfortunately not as close as Friday's 5-match marathon. The Rustlers dropped a sloppy first set, 25-6, that set the tone for the rest of the afternoon as they fell in three straight. The Lakeland Rustlers basketball teams were also in action last night. The women headed into the game in 2nd place in the North, only trailing the top team in the country, the Grant McEwen Griffins. The Rustlers remained in 2nd spot thanks to a close win over the 9-8 Medicine Hat Rattlers. The women left Tigertown with a 65-60 victory. The Lakeland Rustlers men's basketball team, the #1 ranked team in the nation, also squared off against the 9-8 Medicine Hat Rattlers. The men continued their domination of every team in the ACAC, rolling to a 106-85 victory. The Rustlers are now 17-0 this season. And today, both the men and women are on the road again for a date with the Briarcrest Clippers. The women took the court at 6 against the last-place Clippers, hoping to keep some distance between themselves and 3rd-place Augustana, who are now just 2 points behind. The men look to have a similarly easy matchup, as the Briarcrest men are also in last place in the ACAC, having won just 3 games all season. That's it for sports. Stay tuned after the break for more news and weather.
That is all the time we have for today, though. Have a great night.
Toodaloo.
Good night.
Wardrobe consultations and clothing provided by Cliff Rose for Clothes.